Hi BookTube, I'm here with my May TBR. So I decided for the month of May that I'm not going to do themes anymore because, if I'm honest, I really kind of got tired of reading nothing but science fiction for the month of April. So I've decided to take the themes that I had planned out for the rest of the year and mix them together so that each month I'm reading one book from one of those themes. So my themes now are nonfiction, short stories, challenging, fantasy, comic, poetry, other, and classics. So just to give you an example of the books that I chose, I'll tell you what I'll be reading for the month of May. So my nonfiction choice for May is This Is My Country, What Is Yours by Noah Richler. And I've already made quite a dent into it. I'm 85 pages in. And this is a literary atlas of Canada. It's basically Noah Richler spent 3 years traveling across Canada talking to a mass of different Canadian authors. And he's trying to identify what Canada and what Canadian literature is. So my short story selection for the month of May is Vinyl Cafe Diaries by Stuart McLean. I believe this is number 4 or 5 in the Vinyl Cafe series of short stories. You can read them in any order you want. They follow Dave Morley and their community and just tells you stories of everyday life that are very interesting. Now I really like this book because the cover is quite interesting. It's got comics here on the back, and then if you open it up it has this neat little comic here, and also on the inside there's like these different ads. I think that's really interesting, and there's different sketches throughout. Let's see, so there. My fantasy pick for the month of May is Titan, Grown, the first book from the Gormenghast trilogy by Martin Peake. And I was so glad I found this book just on Tuesday. I just went into a random thrift store and said, you know, if it's there, it's there, because I've been looking for it everywhere. And I got it, and I was so excited when I found it. And yes, so the Gormenghast trilogy, anyways, is about basically a castle that's running down, and Titus Grown follows the Earl of the castle. His name is Titus Grown. My challenging pick for this month is Infinite Jest. So my challenging books are either books that are crazy long or that are considered difficult to read. Infinite Jest is considered quite difficult because you have the story going on here, and then you have all these endnotes that add to the story in it as well, so you're constantly flipping back and forth to get the story. I don't know quite what it's about. I want to completely surprise myself and not anticipate anything. My comic choice for this month, I've downloaded it and I'm going to be reading it on my computer, and it's Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. And Deadpool is this crazy, I guess you could call him a superhero, and it's basically what it says. He goes and he kills a bunch of the other superheroes. So it's going to be a very interesting story, and I'm looking forward to reading that. And if I do have the time, I'd like to read the other 2 books in the Deadpool Kills series, which are, yes. My collection of poetry for this month I've downloaded from the Gutenberg project, which has a series of free classics that you can download. And so I'm going to be reading Nets to Catch the Wind by Eleanor Wiley. My other choice is this kind of a category of whatever I feel like reading. So these are a list of books that didn't really fit into any category, but that I just wanted to get to reading this year. And so for May, I want to read It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. This book is pretty popular in BookTube. It's about a teenager who ends up in a mental institution. And Ned Vizzini himself has experience, a lot of experience with mental health. And this is semi-autobiographical. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Lastly, my classic for the month is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I've started this book many times, but I just never really felt it. But I know I really need to read this book because everyone seems to love it. So yes, this is actually a really nice copy. It's like a moleskin almost, the cover, and then it has beautiful illustrations throughout. And let's see, we have character depictions, a timeline of the Brontes, and I believe there's even a map. So it's quite a nice edition of Jane Eyre. I'm looking forward to reading it. So let me know down below what you plan on reading in the month of May, and remember to keep on reading.